Hello, Leo, and happy New Year 2024. This is your January reading. So, of course, may all the good things, the wonderful things that excites, that heals, that enlighten be on your path in the next year to come. So it's a year number 8. So of course the number 8, eighth house in astrology. We're talking purification, heritage, and heritage not just like an old aunt is leaving you a fortune, but heritage in what we've received when it comes to patterns, beliefs, and things like that. These also are heritage that kind of influenced our decisions, and now also this is coming back to us. So this is going to be a year where we are receiving the results of what has been accumulated, understood, and so on. So it's going to be an interesting one. All right. I meditated on your energy and what Spirit wanted to talk to you about. The first card that came out is the Two of Cups. So the theme can be love for some of you. Basically, the Two of Cups is all about the mirrors in our lives. In a sense, there's a feminine, there's a masculine. There's an inner world being reflected by the outer world of people. Feminine inner world, masculine how we act out there. So these are mirrored. My inner truth is being reflected. How people treat me is how I treat myself. That's what the Two of Cups is all about. We're showing each other's vibration. And here you have the two snakes of consciousness, the Calideus, but consciousness rising, the feminine and the masculine, the inner world and the outer world. And it ends up in the red lion with wings, which is in alchemy a symbol of transmutation through energy, willpower, if you take the royal way. So transmutation, purification through the experiences of our mirrors. All right. The next card is the Six of Swords. And the Six of Swords, this is when we're deciding to forgive, turn the page, move on. So maybe the mirrors in your life doesn't have to be you're moving on from your relationship now, but it could be like actually moving on from the past relationships you had. There's forgiveness in the Six of Swords. There's the principle of leaving what is creating choppy waters within ourselves to go into calmer, serene waters. We're keeping the wisdom of it, the balanced conclusions, the harmonious conclusions. 6. But we're using our willpower to pull ourselves away from a situation or a state of being. And then after, we're in the Eight of Swords. So, okay, it's like if you're starting a movement and then you're kind of getting into your head. Let's continue. Under the Two of Cups, we have the Knight of Wands and the Hangman. All right. So, this is pretty much because the Knight of Wands is in the here and now. In his passion, this is what I want to do. He's not the engaged one. He's the one that follows his passion. So this talks about unions based on momentarily same direction, same passion, same excitement. And here with the Hangman, it's like, okay, we're putting a pause on this, or we want you to look at this from a different angle. There's something you need to understand out of that type of dynamic. Under our Six of Swords, we have the Ace of Swords in reverse with this. So during the month, you see this is going to be beside him. During the month, there's this information missing. It's right on the tip of your tongue. It's right there, but it's in reverse. You cannot grasp it. And the Seven of Wands is when we're resisting. We're feeling like we have to put our will out there. So I'm resisting. I'm pulling myself away from what is aggressive, from what is contrary to me. You know, like if I was mirroring people that don't have great boundaries, I can put my energy into trying to push away the needs and wants of others, or I can understand how I'm using my own energy when it comes to boundaries. Is it difficult for me to say no? Maybe that's the part. Maybe I run away when it becomes too invasive. Then I should look at my own statue, so that, because we know that, you know, there wouldn't be any question of this if for the Queen of Wands, she doesn't need, because she knows she has nothing to prove or anything like that. So this is maybe the questioning that needs to happen. When we have the Hangman, there's something that needs to be analyzed, looked at from different angle, because there's a part of the concept that will need to be sacrificed. Under the Eight of Swords, I have the Queen of Pentacle and I have the Page of Pentacle. Queen of Pentacle is your root chakra, it's your worth and your value. Page of Pentacle, there it is, you're going to plant something and grow it. But why are you in your head about it? Is it the part of engagement? Is it the part of, we don't know. So let's clarify. I call upon the divine. I call upon the light. I call upon the Holy Spirit. Help me clarify this reading for Leos for the month of January 2024. The Hangman is the 12th house in astrology, so it's the house of sacrifice. Just before we get back into the first house, Aries, I am. So when we do the whole wheel, when we arrive in Pisces 12th house, there's something in our memories, in our programming, in our beliefs, in our unconscious, Neptune, that needs to be purified, sacrificed. And for that, we need to be able to see it from an angle that does not serve us, so that we can understand and then release it, sacrifice it. Okay. Two of Cups. Okay. All right. We have the Four of Cups in reverse and the World in reverse. So when it comes to relationships, you have the first realization maybe that, you know what, it doesn't have to be like I've always known. That cup, maybe that cup exists. But you're not in the Eight of Cups and you're not in the Six of Cups that would make you leave behind this. It's more a realization of, I'm getting out of my emotional prison where I expect and I define myself from what I've experienced. So this month there's something that is going to happen so that you can really finish maybe the old patterns towards what you were attracted in your mirrors. What is that Knight of Wands? Okay, So they left that card in my hand. We have a bit of a Tower. Oops. Okay. So we have the Magician, but we have the Two of Wands in reverse. So it's like, I know what I don't want to do anymore and what I don't want anymore, but I haven't defined exactly what I want. What is it? Because I'm still influenced by what provoked me or guided me or enticed me to the first type of choices in mirrors, in relationships, and whatnot in my life. With a soft Tower, with a reverse Tower, it's like, okay, you made a decision, a spontaneous decision, because you wanted to manifest something different, and you were dawned on, my God, it does exist, and I want to experiment this. So you kind of provoked a little Tower in your reality. But what does the Hangman want you to see? Wants you to understand something. The Hangman is waiting for you to get that sword. So probably you'll feel some delays in your process until you get that sword. Here I have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. It's like, yeah, I don't want to wait anymore. I'm not continuing to invest in what I've invested until now, but I need to really understand what made me make these choices before, if I don't want to repeat the same thing. Six of Swords, what are you leaving behind? What are you leaving behind? Oop, you turned, you came back. Oh no, there you are. Okay. Ooh, okay. I have the Judgment. So you're pulling a Judgment. And, okay, I hope it's going towards, because here I have Ace of Cup, Six of Cup, Page of Cup. There's a Judgment here. And the King of Cup is in reverse. So that means that your Ace of Wands, like, oh, new direction. But there's something that the emotional intelligence needs to understand. The King of Cups is the one that when he's upright, he owns the cup. Nothing can budge him from knowing how lovable he is and just understanding all of the depths of the water. That's why he can be a psychologist. He's somebody that has the wisdom of the water. So here, I would say maybe you're leaving whatever was behind so that you can thread towards Ace of Cup, Six of Cup, Page of Cup. But we need to, in order for you, yes, you can arrive there, but for you to be able to live it, to experiment it in a peaceful, serene way, you need your King of Cups to be upright. Show me that Ace of Swords. Two of Cups. High Priestess in reverse. There's something about the Two of Cups that you need to understand. About the mirrors. You know, when you speak of your exes, the way you speak of your exes is exactly what you allowed and what a part of you was willing to do to you. This is what you need to look at. Seven of Wands. Why is the Seven of Wands there? So there's resistance here. There's like, no, this is where I'm going. This is what I want. I don't want to be in my emotional prison, and I don't want my Three of Swords anymore. So it's like You're using your fire, my beautiful Leos. Maybe in the full moon in Cancer, you kind of noticed something and you said, no, I don't want to live this, and you're leaving, but you haven't understood or established, if not that, then what? And maybe it has to do with our gentle Queen of Pentacles. Engagement, solidity, inner knowing of worth and value. Her too, when she's upright, we don't need to put boundaries. We don't need to fight for our value and our worth because it's a done deal. Let's look at what puts you in your head. Why are you in your head? I haven't quite left the anxiety. I don't know how to embark on that Ace of Wands. I don't know what's the new way to bring my energy. What's the new way to make the changes? And especially here, Six of Cups, Page of Cups. Maybe you've had an offer. Maybe you've met somebody with whom things would be completely different. But I cannot bring my old pattern. There's something I need to understand about my Two of Cups. How did I create the relationships, co-create the relationships I had before? I don't want to do the same thing. Who's that Queen of Pentacles? It's you. Whether you're a man or a woman, we have all of it within ourselves. Queen of Pentacles. Oop. Okay. Three of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. And you are... Here's our High Priestess. But here we have the Two of Swords. So that means you're kind of in two ways of thinking, two beliefs when it comes to stability, engagement. The Queen of Pentacles is the part of somebody that you can rely on, that is going to be nurturing, there, solid. She's the wife of the tarot. She knows she can accomplish anything because she'll be supported. These are positive for her. So High Priestess up right now, your soul is talking to you about this aspect. Maybe that's a strange aspect to you. What? Being supported? What? Having the inner knowing of my place, my worth, my value. I'm not looking for it in the eye of the other. I know it within myself. At the end of the month here, there's that kind of leftover anxiety, wondering about this probably as you embark in this new relationship. Because we have the Page of Pentacles here. So there's this new beginning. Can be a work relationship also. Doesn't have to be love. Can be family. Changing a dynamic with other people. Changing the face does not change the way we have the dynamic, because it's always going to be us and. Okay, so here's our Ace of Wands again. So yes, this is a beautiful new beginning, my Leos, that has a potential of being solid. But here I have the Seven of Swords with the Queen of Pentacles, with the King of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. This is almost like somebody wanting to invest in your relationship, whether it is in love, business, whatever, long term. And there's a fear inside of you of not having what it takes to do it, or that you don't really believe it. You've been betrayed before, and this needs to be purified, because you don't want to bring this sabotage card, this empowerment card of when it comes to this potential of something solid, long-term, beautiful, no matter what it is. and your soul is trying to tell you about it. So look at the common thread, maybe in your past relationship, because here there's the card of disempowerment, sabotage, fear of I don't have what it takes to be or to be with a King of Pentacles. So there's a reflection here, my beautiful Leos. And you have your full moon around the 25th of January. So that would be a good time to ask, okay, what do I not see here? Show me how to bring my fire in a different way that would allow the prospects, Three of Wands, for me to welcome this. So, all right. It's like a soulmate coming in, okay? Because we have the Six of Cup, Page of Cup, Ace of Cup. It's a soulmate, whether as a friend, as a lover, as a partner, as any part. But here, the Hangman will be there until you understand how you betray yourself in commitment. All right? So, on this, my beautiful Leos, I am wishing you again a beautiful New Year's. And thank you for watching, sharing, commenting. And if you want a private reading, the description is below. You go on the website and all the information is there. Don't forget to subscribe to help grow the channel. And also thank you for the ones of you who gave donations. It helps more than you think. And on the new moons and full moons, I ask the divine to give you back in the shape that is most suited for you, for your better path, for your light and love and all of that. So on this, namaste. And I'll see you next month.